Well, good morning. This is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred. Really glad you could join me today out here in the vegetable garden. It's a beautiful day here in the beginning of August. Well, anyhow, today I thought we would go check out my kale palm trees. So thanks for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden. Anyhow, you might be wondering, what do I mean by kale palm trees? Well, back in April, our frost date is May 15th, and so, I planted these kale transplants. They're a cold weather crop, so you want to get them in the ground really early. And so anyhow, they've been growing from April now to the beginning of August. And so right now they're about 3 feet tall. We've been harvesting from those kale plants for quite some time now, and as you pick each leaf off the stalk, you begin to have a really long trunk, and so they remind me of palm trees. So anyhow, I thought we would go check out those kale palm trees over there in my 4-foot by 8-foot garden section. So thanks for joining me today, and follow me along. And so these palm trees, kale palm trees, are right up here. And so I grew these in my composted leaf mulch that's amended with topsoil. And a couple times throughout the season I also add alfalfa pellets to my soil in order to add certain nutrients and organic matter to my soil, because as the plant grows, it takes up nutrients from the soil, and so it's always good to replenish your soil with fertilizer, and the alfalfa pellets are a nice slow release fertilizer. I also make an alfalfa tea during the season using that. But we've been harvesting from these beautiful plants for quite some time now, and you can see here that they've developed these tree trunks that look like palm trees. And so these are also pick and come again. That means as long as you continue to pick the outer leaves, you can harvest these all season long. It's very similar to Swiss chard that I also grow in the garden. And these greens can get away with 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Anything with a fruit like tomatoes, zucchini, watermelon, potatoes, they all like 6 to 8 hours of sunlight. I always say the more the better. So anyhow, let's take a closer look at these neat looking plants. What are you doing there, Bailey? Bailey likes hanging out in the shade, don't you? Underneath these palm trees. I've also been growing these underneath my low tunnel hoop house, covering it with my spun bonded polyester to keep the cabbage butterfly off these plants. And so this is one reason they've thrived so well here in our garden here in Pennsylvania, Zone 6. But yeah, we just love our kale. We make a lot of our own green smoothies, and I also steam the kale and have that as a side dish. let me encourage you to think about growing kale in your garden, and especially covering it with a row cover if you have problems with the cabbage butterfly laying their eggs and developing into a cabbage worm, which then destroys the plant. I jumped over to the other side to take a look at them as well here. But you can see how nice and hardy they are. And just think, each plant was from one little teeny tiny seed. And so think of the money that you can save by growing your own food, plus just how rewarding it is and how healthy and organic the food is, getting it right from your own garden. How's my boy doing today? And so anyhow, I just want to thank you for joining me today out here in the vegetable garden, checking out these beautiful kale palm trees. And so anyhow, if you have any questions or comments about this video, feel free to leave them in the section below. And you can also visit us at plantsmartliving.com. And there you can learn more about gardening and also how you can reclaim your health by adopting a whole food, plant-based, vegan lifestyle. Well, anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful day today. So until next time, this is Plant Smart Living with Farmer Fred.